Well, hey everybody, North Star Knife Reviews coming at you on a Wednesday evening here in Minneapolis. Got one of the weirder knives in my collection, and so I'm going to call this Weird Wednesday. Now, I don't know, maybe that's a tag that somebody already has out there, and if so, I apologize, don't mean to step on any toes, but I'm not aware of it. So I'm going to call it Weird Wednesday, and hey, if you got something weird you want to show on a Wednesday, hop on it. Well, maybe I should, not anything. Okay, if you have a weird knife, there's a lot of weird stuff that you probably do that I don't want to know about. But if you have a weird knife, go ahead and show that. This one is from Nedfoss. Here's the information on it. It's a pocket knife for men, DGBK. I'm not sure if that's the model number or what, but here you go. And first, show you, comes with a little sheath, very cheap little sheath, some sort of material, not quite sure what. Has a little pocket here that has this little attachment for your knife, and this is a little glass breaker tip. Okay, and the reason you have that is because there's something else you can have on the knife if you don't have that, and this is where the weird comes in. It's not so much the knife itself that's weird as it is the attachment. So here, let's take a look at the knife first. Maybe we'll hold off on the weirdest part. All right, so here you go. You've got pocket clip on here, is a tip down, right side only. So I know that right away is gonna put it out of some people's minds. You know, they're not gonna want to do it because they hate tip down. You know, I prefer tip up generally just because I'm used to it, but I don't really care that much. But then we've got this Tanto blade. It says Nedfoss on there. This, I believe, was in 8CR. I'm not 100% sure, but if I'm remembering correctly, I believe it was an 8CR. And it is either the flipper or the thumb stud. You know, either way, flies out pretty nicely. You know, sort of drops in. I've got kind of an open design here, both on the back and on the sides. Here's the bottom end of it. You can see that little arrow on there. That's important for something that comes up here in a second, because that is where you can either put this little glass breaker tip, and I can get it out, here we go. So you can put the little glass breaker tip in here, you push that down, and now you got the glass breaker in there. Okay, cool, now I've got a knife with glass breaker. Well, that's not all you got. Take that out. And you know what? Get ready. It is a slingshot. Yes, this knife has a slingshot attachment on it. Now, I will say that this is not a high-end slingshot. You know, there's no way you're going to be able to draw this back far enough to anchor it for any sort of serious use. But, you know, hey, if you're out, you got this with you, you want to clink a few stones at a can or a tree or something, you know, yeah, I could see this might be a little, you know, kind of fun. Dry fire it there. You know, yeah, it's not going to be high end. It's not going to be heavy duty. It's not going to, you're not going to be able to pull it back far enough to anchor it, but it could still provide a little fun. So I saw this and I thought, I just have to see it in person. So give it a shot. I have not carried it yet just because I don't know where I'm going to carry it really. But at some point, some weekend day, I'll take her out and play around with it, see what we can do. It's been so rainy here the last few days. Haven't wanted to do anything outside much, but here you go. Again, Nedfoss, Weird Wednesday. Yeah, I don't have any others with a slingshot. Hey, you guys have a good one. You take it easy. I'll catch you next time.